Germany's story is woven with moments of brilliance, conflict, unity, and reinvention, creating a long history filled with secrets that shaped not only the nation itself but the entire world. When exploring the secrets of Germany, we uncover a land that has continuously transformed from ancient tribes in dense forests to a powerhouse of science, philosophy, and innovation. Germany's journey begins long before it existed as a unified state, scattered across territories inhabited by Germanic tribes, whose identities were shaped by their isolation, warrior culture, and complex relationship with the Roman Empire. The Romans viewed these tribes as both a threat and a mystery, struggling to conquer them completely. One of the first major secrets lies in how these independent tribes, despite lacking central authority, delivered one of Rome's greatest defeats at the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 09 AD. This event, led by Arminius, changed European history, setting a boundary that shaped the future of the continent. For centuries, the idea of a unified Germany did not exist. Instead, it formed the core of the Holy Roman Empire, a vast collection of states, duchies, and kingdoms held loosely under an emperor. The empire's structure was almost impossible for outsiders to understand, neither fully united nor truly separate. It was a political puzzle that persisted for nearly 1,000 years. As time moved forward, the German lands became the birthplace of major intellectual and religious revolutions. In the early 1500s, Martin Luther challenged the authority of the Catholic Church, igniting the Protestant Reformation. This transformation did more than shift religious beliefs. Reshaped Europe's social and political landscape. One of Germany's lesser-known secrets is how deeply this movement fractured the region. Instead of uniting the people under a single faith, the Reformation divided them into Protestant and Catholic states, setting off wars that would devastate the population. The 30 Years' War, one of the most destructive conflicts in European history, left entire regions depopulated and shattered. Yet from this devastation, German lands slowly rebuilt, and a new intellectual spirit emerged. This era gave birth to some of the greatest minds in human history, thinkers like Kant, Goethe, Leibniz, and Beethoven, whose contributions in philosophy, literature, and music continue to influence the modern world. The secret behind this intellectual explosion lies in Germany's fragmented structure itself. The many small states competed culturally and academically, each trying to outshine the other, unknowingly creating an environment of innovation. But the dream of a unified German nation remained distant until the 19th century, when a new power rose, Prussia. The story of modern Germany cannot be told without revealing the strategic mind of Otto von Bismarck. His political mastery reshaped Europe. Bismarck used diplomacy, calculated wars, and alliances to unify the German states under Prussian leadership, achieving unification in 1871. The secret behind his success lies in his ability to manipulate enemies and allies alike, always staying 2 steps ahead. This new German empire quickly became an industrial and scientific leader, producing advancements in chemistry, engineering, and physics. German universities became the world's best, attracting students from every continent. Yet this newfound strength also generated fear among neighboring nations. As tensions rose in Europe, Germany's position became increasingly complicated. The First World War erupted, and the empire that had risen so quickly began to crumble. The aftermath revealed another secret. Germany's internal struggles were more severe than the world realized. The nation was left economically devastated, politically unstable, and deeply humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles. The fragile conditions of the early 20th century opened the door for extreme ideologies. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party exploited public frustration, offering promises of revival while concealing their true intentions. The darkest secret in German history unfolded during this period, as the Nazi regime carried out atrocities that shocked the world. Understanding this era is essential to understanding Germany's transformation. The collapse of the Nazi regime in 1945 left the country divided, yet what followed is one of history's greatest stories of reconstruction. Germany split into 2 completely different worlds. West Germany, aligned with democracy and Western Europe, and East Germany under Soviet control. The division of Berlin became the central symbol of the Cold War. What many people forget is how different daily life became between East and West. In East Germany, surveillance was widespread, and the secret police. The Stasi created a system where neighbors, friends, and even family members reported on each other. Thousands attempted to escape to the West, risking their lives in search of freedom. Meanwhile, West Germany experienced an economic miracle. With support from the West, it rebuilt rapidly into one of the world's strongest economies. This contrast between a thriving West and a restricted East created tremendous pressure, eventually leading to the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The moment the wall collapsed marked a turning point not only for Germany but for Europe itself. The secret behind Germany's peaceful reunification lies in quiet negotiations, public courage, and the recognition that the division could not last forever. Reunification in 1990 brought challenges, economic gaps, cultural differences, and political complexities, but it also marked the beginning of Germany's role as a modern democratic power. Today, Germany stands as a nation deeply shaped by its history. Its strength lies in its willingness to confront past mistakes openly and honestly, something few nations have done with such intensity. One of Romani's unique secrets is how it transformed guilt and responsibility into lessons for future generations. Instead of burying history, Germany teaches it thoroughly, ensuring that the tragedies of the past are never forgotten. This commitment to remembrance has influenced its global reputation as a peaceful and responsible nation. Germany's story also includes its incredible contributions to science, technology, and culture. It is home to inventions and discoveries that changed the world, from the printing press to quantum physics. From pioneering automobiles to groundbreaking medical research, the country's cultural heritage, seen in its music, philosophy, and literature, continues to inspire worldwide. Yet Germany's history is also filled with quieter, lesser-known secrets. The Black Forest region is full of ancient legends and folklore that influenced fairy tales. Bavaria's medieval castles, especially Neuschwanstein, inspired modern fantasy landscapes. Cities like Cologne and Hamburg hide underground structures, old trade routes, and relics from centuries of commerce and conflict. Many towns still preserve architecture from the Middle Ages, blending centuries-old traditions with modern life. Behind the modern cities lies a land shaped by Celts, Romans, Franks, and countless tribes whose stories remain partly hidden. Germany's rivers, especially the Rhine, were ancient highways that carried myths, warriors, and merchants long before modern states existed. The country's landscape holds layers of history waiting to be uncovered. Germany's long journey from scattered tribes to a unified nation, from empire to division and reunification, reveals a deep truth. The nation's greatest secret is its capacity to transform. Each era brought challenges that could have destroyed it, yet Germany adapted, rebuilt, and emerged stronger. Its history teaches us that nations are not defined by a single moment, but by generations of struggle, innovation, and reinvention. The story of Germany is a story of contrasts, war and peace, division and unity, darkness and enlightenment. And within these contrasts lie the secrets that shaped a nation and influenced the world.